There will be no murder trial for the teen who fatally stabbed a 15-year-old to death earlier this year, as Devontae Costella has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the 17-year-old charged with killing 15-year-old Wyatt Reeb during a January altercation on East Overland in Scottsbluff has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. Devontae Costella was one of 4 people charged in the death after chasing down Reeb in the street with a knife. He had been scheduled for an August 13th pretrial hearing, but court documents show that last month, a plea deal was reached where Costella entered the guilty plea to the Class 1B second-degree murder charge, and in exchange for the plea, the charge of use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony was dropped. Devontae Costella faces 20 years to life in prison when he's sentenced on September 29th. Corey Rotherham Jr. is still facing charges of aiding and abetting murder in the second degree and aiding and abetting use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, and had a September 17th pretrial hearing date set. Co-defendant Dimitri Enriquez also has a pretrial hearing that same day, while Ramon Enriquez has his next court date set for October 15th. Sticking with the courts now, as one of the 2 men arrested in December after pointing a gun at a resident in a Scottsbluff home has agreed to the terms of a plea deal to avoid standing trial. 25-year-old Devontae Gutierrez of Scottsbluff and 20-year-old Gabriel Lanning Cruz of Gering were both arrested on charges of terroristic threats and use of a firearm to commit a felony. This week in district court, Lanning Cruz pled no contest to the terroristic threat charge, and the other count was dismissed. He faces up to 3 years in prison when he's back in court on October 22nd for sentencing. Devontae Gutierrez is scheduled to be back in court next month for sentencing after accepting an identical plea deal. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome back. First Interstate's 4th annual Believe in Local program draws to a close, as 40 nonprofits across the bank's footprint have officially received a total of $1 million in donations, including 2 organizations here in Nebraska. Here in the Cornhusker State, the following nonprofits received $25,000 in Believe in Local grants, including the Food Bank of Lincoln and Community Action Partnership of Western Nebraska. Earlier this year, members from First Interstate Bank were in Gering to present Capwin's Betsy Vidlac with the $25,000 donation.
And we are excited to have you be with all that you give to the community.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you.
The Believe in Local program is driven by employees who live and work in the communities they serve. This year, First Interstate employees submitted more than 600 nonprofit nominations, all grounded in personal stories and alignment with the bank's goals. While Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon has approved the activation of Wyoming National Guard personnel to assist ICE in order to enable ICE agents to focus more directly on law enforcement operations. Up to 15 Wyoming National Guard members will be assigned to support ICE over the coming months, providing administrative, logistics, and transportation support to ICE. Guard personnel will not be directing enforcement operations and will remain under the governor's command and control while working alongside ICE. The Guard mission is expected to begin within 30 days. Gordon said their participation is about putting their resources where they can be the greatest service to the national priority of staunching illegal immigration.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Here on this week's In the Field Update, we're in the Scottsbluff area. Monty Reisig is joining us, a farmer here in the region as we talk about the unique agriculture systems that are out here. Monty, before we talk about the field we're standing in now, which is a sugar beet field, tell me about the farming operation. How long you been at this?
Oh gosh, this will be my 53rd crop. So been at it for a while.
Just a few years.
Just a few years.
Obviously, you grow sugar beets. That's where we're standing now.
Yes.
What other crops do you have?
We have some corn and some dry edible beans. A lot of those grown around here. So and alfalfa, a lot of alfalfa grown in the area. But yeah, we're corn, beans, and sugar beets right now.
Has that changed over the last 53 years?
Not much.
Okay,
not much.
That system.
Yeah.
We're standing in a field that has center pivot irrigation. The irrigation system in this region of the state is pretty unique. I know center pivot is here, but there's also a few different other methods. Do you have any of those deployed on your operation?
I've tried to get away from those because they're more labor intensive. So pretty much gone to the sprinklers and the whole area where they can, they've gone to the sprinkler irrigation. Just because of the labor. Yeah.
All right, 2025. There's always challenges when it comes to growing crops. That's the life of a farmer. Tell me about early in the season, getting your crops established. How did things go?
Well, it was a little tough. We planted the sugar beets in April, and people that have pivots, that have irrigation wells, they do well because they can irrigate whenever they want to germinate the beet crop. Now, they're down in the valley here, there are some beets that are under pivots that don't have irrigation wells. And then there's the gravity that requires the surface irrigation, the surface water. And that water doesn't come to us till mid-May. And this spring we had a real dry spring. So the people that had wells, they got their beets up and going. And the ones that didn't, their stands are weak and not as far, the beets aren't as far along, so.
Well, the rains eventually turned on, I know, at least for a while.
Rains eventually turned on. When they started planting beans, it rained like for 2 weeks straight, and it delayed the bean planting, so the dry edible beans are actually a couple weeks behind normal.
I don't know what it is about this area in particular around Scottsbluff, but you've got a bullseye when it comes to hail.
Oh.
I know it's not only this here as you and I are visiting this week. We've got back-to-back days of watches issued for severe weather, but it's just been the case this year. Have you had hail on your crops?
This particular field got one one hailstorm in June, and it defoliated this field, and it's come back nice. But it, you know, when it does that, it does cost you tonnage in the end. So it never gets back to where it would have been.
Big picture, I know drought has been a concern over the past few years. Have your soils been replenished?
I wouldn't say replenished. We're kind of probably holding steady. I mean, we've had some good rains here in late July that have kind of helped people, you know, get caught up with irrigation and stuff. So that part's been good, yeah.
When will harvest begin for you?
These sugar beets, if we choose to do early harvest, it sounds like that's going to start the 2nd of September. That will run through the end of September, and then the regular sugar beet harvest will start usually around the 8th of October.
Back on the challenges front, of course, we talked about weather here, but what other challenges have you been facing in your fields? I know weeds are always a challenge. You and I were talking about kind of a curse word, Palmer amaranth.
Yeah, we got that, and we got resistant kochia, and it is very hard to take care of both of those weeds, especially in the sugar beets. The only thing you can use is Roundup, so it is quite a problem. Now the Palmer, they did get a chemical for us this year that we were able to put on pre-plant, and it looks like that's going to help on that particular weed. But
well, I appreciate all that you've shared with us, Monty. Anything else on your mind you want to share with us while we have you here today?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Monty joining us as we're here in the Scottsbluff region today, standing on one of his sugar beet fields, talking about their growing season here in 2025.
It's time for an upgrade, and don't spend a dime for 2 years. That's right, 0 zip zilch, with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 24 months. That's August 2027. Say goodbye to drafts and outdated design, and hello to our acclaimed replacement windows and our stunning ensemble entry doors. Get energy-efficient windows and doors and beautiful upgrades with 0 regrets. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Let's take a peek at your weekend community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, the North Platte Natural Resources District is inviting the community to its annual Water Expo this Saturday. The free, family-friendly event runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and mixes fun with education, focusing on groundwater, surface water, irrigation, and agriculture. GM Scott Shademan says visitors can enjoy hands-on demonstrations from greenhouse tours to irrigation tube setting, plus activities for kids, including a water slide, cotton candy, and snow cones.
It is, like I said earlier, it's always been our goal to have someone walk away from there knowing one thing more about natural resources, whether it's things to do with groundwater quantity or quality, or whether it's tree planting or greenhouse activities, or whatever else is going on in the world of agriculture. It is our hope that people come there and actually pick one little thing up.
Mm-hmm. Lunch, snacks, and drinks are all provided at no cost, making the Water Expo both an informative and enjoyable summer outing for the whole family. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. See you back here on Monday.